There are so many things that I have wished to get done. These things have seemed to me like projects. They seem to me to be very important. One of these projects is to write basically a translation of the Bible, whatever that is, really. But I generally agreed upon Bible. Uh, but I wish to put together and basically the Bible, but an edited version and a decent plain English translation. Because I've something like looked at the Bible and thought something like, this thing really needs an editor. Basically, I've thought of key parts of the Old Testament, plus the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, pretty much in their entirety, plus the book of Revelation. Or in other words, the Bible minus a bunch of stuff from the Old Testament, and also minus the letters of Paul of Tarsus, and the letters of Peter, and the letter of James, and the letters of John, and the letter of Jude, and everything else included, and written in a decent plain English translation. And I thought of titling it something like The Short Bible. It would be what's really, or among the more important key parts of what God, the living God, has already communicated to human beings. That's one example of a project that I've wished to get done, and it seemed to me to be so important. Yet it has seemed to me to be like such a big project, and there are other projects like that that have come to my mind that have seemed to me to be very important and crucial, and yet I am not the savior of the world. I perhaps need to accept a certain kind of thing. Perhaps I need to be okay with it turning out that the only thing that actually makes a meaningful impact on anyone ever throughout my whole existence is one single word that I speak. One single word out of all the words that I speak, and out of all the actions that I've ever done, all the thoughts, all the feelings, I perhaps need to be okay with one single word, one single spoken word, being the only thing that actually makes a meaningful impact on human life. And that's how God ends up using me. It's not my job to save the world. It's my job to surrender, participate in God sending his powerfully unique breath wind to save the world. And in the end, it's going to happen, and in the coming age, it'll all be good for everyone from all time. Truly. In the meantime, I need to do God's will. Really, that's that's my job. So I've had the sense, at least today, that at least one of the most important things that I need to focus on is sharing my experiences verbally with others. Uh, Perhaps this seeming problem of mine, of having so many grand ideas and not enough time in the day or in the course of my years on this earth to do it all. I've got issues. I need healing. I have hope. I have well-founded hope at this point. I have well-founded hope. I need God. Other people need God. Other people don't need me specifically. Perhaps they need me as one tiny part of God's project. At times, I have wished for other humans to participate with me in accomplishing these projects, making something like the short Bible, the Bible edited, making stuff. um, yeah. There is work for me to do on a fourth step moral inventory of myself, my past. I have hope. I need God. I need people. Or rather, I need God, and to some extent, or at times, I need people. Perhaps it's the case that I don't need people constantly. However, in general, I need people. But more squarely, I need God. I need He Rescue, aka Jesus of Nazareth. Oh, I need God's communication, God's discourse, the discourse of Jesus. How and when and where I need to do God's will. In any given moment, including this moment. I have wished for other people to participate in some of my grand ideas. I've been kind of sensitive lately to what I perceive as me pressuring anyone in any way to do anything. Um, I mean, I've tried to get other people to do things in the past, directly and also like indirectly. Um, through, I mean, I've had my motivations and various forms of various amounts of pressure, amounts of force, various degrees of directness or indirectness, but it's been at times motivations of me wanting someone to do something and me trying to do it, even if it's me sharing an experience that I've had in order to get them to do a certain thing. Perhaps that's been me trying to get someone to do my will and not trying to get someone to do God's will. But even trying to get someone to do God's will, I don't know. I need help. I need help. If anyone's listening to this, thanks for listening to me.